Okay, number 2. This might actually work now. Okay, if it bounces, I'm sorry. My name is Tina. I had gastric bypass on April 19th, 2017 in Clovis, California at Clovis Community Medical Center with Dr. Carlos Suarez. My highest weight was 263.7 on the 16th of April when I started my I started my liquid diet. Brain fog day. When I started my liquid diet on the day of surgery, I weighed 257.6. Last week I came to you at 190.9 today, and I've been like this since Thursday. Not that we're counting days. I've been at 189.8. So that's a 1.1 pound loss and a total of 73.9 pounds. So, I just had this whole spill that I was talking about till my phone fell. Okay, so not much has changed. I have found that I can eat Fritos, which I think I had said last week I increased my carbs a little bit, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what I'm thinking. So I've been eating the Fritos. I've been having a handful a day because that, forget it. We're not doing that anymore. Well, okay, we might do that, honestly, we might do that one day because I'm a firm believer not to waste any food. And so I might finish those Fritos today. However, I'm hoping it's a tight restriction day because I've been at 189.8, since Thursday. And you know how irritating that is? I haven't redid my, done my measurements again. I need to. I haven't. At this point, I guess the only way to go right now is down. But in the case that I go up, I don't want it to go up. So anyway, so I am an emotional eater. I've been overweight most of my life, and I found when things bother me, I eat. That's what I do. So that's my go-to, is to eat. And in my brain, I can justify that because I don't know. I do. And I need to not do that. And I need to find a way around it. I just haven't yet. But another thing is that I found that whenever I do get upset and I do eat, I can't eat as much as I used to. Sometimes I do and I pay for it. But also, I need to not let things get to me. And I'm working on that as well. That's a work in progress. I think that's going to be a lifelong work in progress because I'm just the type of person that you can say something the wrong way and I'm probably going to dwell on it. That's just me. And the funny thing is that most people don't know that about me. And it's one of those where, I suppose it is what it is, but I need to learn how to let it go. And I found that I've been asked a few times now why I had the surgery, because in the past I have been successful at losing weight. And my friend actually called me from out of town a couple days ago, and I hadn't talked to her, and she had no idea that I had done the surgery. And anyway, obviously, number one, as the rest of us, we have to qualify of our insurances require that a BMI of 40 or more. So obviously, I qualified. Not that I have to explain this to anybody, but I'm going to. Just because I feel the need to get it off my chest. This, you know. But the biggest thing is that, you know, even though, because like I said, I'm an emotional eater, so even though I've taken weight off before, I've never kept the weight off. And this is no guarantee I'll keep it off. But the bigger thing is that when you put the weight back on, you double it. Because I've never been as big as I was. I've always been right around 230 or so. And since I've had kids. But like I said, this is just a tool to help us lose weight. And I found that when people are feeling bad about themselves, they tend to take it out on the successful person. Or not even successful, that's not even the correct term. They tend to take it out on the person who is doing something about their life. I started this process because I was going down a road that I didn't want to go down, and I was tired of going down it. A lot of people have those different issues, and each person has their own issues as to why, you know, whether it be I had diabetes, something I've never dealt with before, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. There's a lot of things that, you know, that I had to fix. And so when my friend had called, she was so upset that I had done this. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Just because you haven't seen me at a bigger weight doesn't mean they didn't need to have it done. And anyway, those words, I've been dwelling on those words. And so the point, I've been dwelling on those words, and I try to let it go, and you know, I can or I don't or whatever. But when you have a problem with food like I did, even though people don't realize it, you tend to dwell and then eat and then dwell and then eat, and having the surgery doesn't change that. You know, you still dwell and you still eat, and you still have the ability to make bad choices. And yeah, so she, like I said, she was upset, and she said some words that weren't very nice. But I want to thank her, because it made me realize that maybe that's not somebody I need in my life. So, since I've started this journey, I don't want any negative comments, you know. I shouldn't have to hear any negative comments. It's not even that I want to or don't want to. I shouldn't have to. And just like any of us, none of us should have to. That's not something I want a part of my daily life. That's not something I want. The past is behind you, and you need to go forward. And in order to do so, sometimes you have to leave those people behind who can't go forward with you. And my friend just might be one of she's probably going to be one of those people, because I talked to her it was over the weekend, Saturday, I think. And that's just not something that I'm looking forward to. I'm just not. She wasn't being encouraging, and she wasn't being supportive, and so, you know, I'm not doing this for anybody else. I'm doing this for me and me only. And to be able to live longer, obesity is taking over the nation. And, you know, I don't want to be a part of that number of when they do the studies on how many people are obese in this world. I don't want to be a part of that number. I'm taking control of my life, and you know, and I understand people aren't good with change, but not my problem, people. Not my problem. If you can't handle the change, then I guess you stay where you're at. And in the meantime, I'm changing. I'm changing and I'm going forward, and I'm going to be happy about it, dang it. And that's that, you know. I mean, if I want to get down to 140 pounds, I'm going to get down to 100. That's what I want to be happy. And, yeah, that's just how that's going to be. Sorry about the rant. Had to get that off my chest. Just putting it out there. Because, you know, I think all of us deal with stuff like this. And people don't want to talk about it. And you know what? Put it out there, because you're always going to have people who don't agree with what you do. And, words are words. But when they come out of your mouth, you can't take it back. I don't care who heard it. You can't take it back. So think before you talk. Think about what this is going to do to the other person. Because, like I said, when my friend called, it took everything out of me not to just hang up the phone. You know, I mean, that's just how it is. So anyway, I hope everybody is having a great week. Hopefully something I said was encouraging. Don't eat the Fritos, because when mine are gone, I'm going to try not to eat them. And man, and the hair loss is just crazy. Although it might look not too bad today. But, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, everybody have a great week. Like, subscribe, share. And I can't wait. There's a couple of videos I'm waiting for people to put out. I'm not going to say any names. Everybody have a good week. Bye.